Hello Sagittarius, hello Leo, Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead. Happy Thursday to you. I hope you're well today. Thanks so much for clicking here, and I do appreciate you already. So in order to share energy with me, I just ask that you be in the comments or give me a thumbs up. Just exchange energy with me in some way if you want these readings to resonate. I need to know that you're there. I need to have your energy. All right, who are we going to read for first? I think we'll read for Sagittarius first this time. And Leo, if you wouldn't mind just scrolling right along, I'll see you there in just a second. All right, here we go. Here we go for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Sag, I am your sister. It's in my rising. Yep, I'm a Sag rising. Here we go. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Sag, please, in the week ahead. Tell me what's up here. What's going on? Oh, that's interesting energy. We have guilt, forgiveness, and growth. Trust is on the bottom of the deck. So is a bunch of other stuff. So I'm just going to shuffle for one more card. Wow. Looks like it's all about the courage and steadfastness and being in your power, standing strong. It's about being brave. Yeah. Okay. We got fear. We've kind of got a color thing going here, don't we? Yeah, so I think it's there has been fear of growth here. Let's start right here. Guilt says, I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. Okay. So someone is in some type of an ascension where they realize they have an awareness that that you can just release any of those bad feelings or feelings of guilt, or we usually get feelings of guilt of things that we thought we could have changed in the past, but we didn't. We could have done it better. Woulda, shoulda, coulda, will, right? And so I feel like with the guilt card here, that it's saying that you're letting it go here, that you're releasing anything that is not assisting in your soul's growth, including the guilt. So if you've been feeling guilty about something from the past, I feel like you're about to feel a little lighter. We have forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. So, Sag, you might have felt angry with someone. Maybe you released them, or they released you, and you're also releasing the guilt. You're going to forgive them in your heart quietly, but I feel that this is a lot of growth for you here, that you're not going to feel guilty about it. It is what it is, right? Not everybody's meant to be on everybody's path for the rest of their lives, right? We're there for a season sometimes. And I feel as though, it says, I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. But what I want to say is that either you've been harboring resentment against someone in the past, or something that happened in the past, or maybe you need to forgive yourself. Yeah. So you could be wanting forgiveness from someone else, or maybe you're just trying to get it from yourself. I acknowledge that harboring resentment, you're trying to forgive yourself for harboring the resentment that has blocked the flow of love for you. And this is a belief that no longer assists in your soul's growth. And then it says growth, right? Wow. It says, I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. So you really are leveling up here. It's like you're learning a lesson and kind of ascending here. It says, fear, I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. You know what? We're all coming here for lessons, and love isn't the only one. But I feel like you are someone who has not yet learned the lesson of love, and I don't really know what that means. It might mean something different for all of us. But it says, I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. So you're scared. You have fear. You have fear because now you have more of an awareness. There's a lot of purple here. I think you love that, being really aware. Yeah. Here you're expanding your consciousness. That's what your growth is. I think your growth is that you're trying to get over the fear of love. Yeah, I feel like you want to live in the energy of love, but you're scared of it. We have trust. There we go. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. So I really do feel as though you must have trust in the self. We've got this purple card, which is purple represented in every card here. Violet is the third eye. So I feel like it's a bunch of realizations that that's coming up for you in the week ahead that maybe you didn't realize you were as far along the path as you are. That's what it feels like here. Let's get some tarot. All right, Sagittarius, let's see what the tarot has to say. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We are talking about Sagittarius. Saggies. So we've got the Four of Swords, we have the Knight of Wands, and the Five of Cups in reverse. Okay, so the Five of Cups in the reverse kind of gives me the energy of a little bit of resolve. Like I feel like that you're about to resolve something here that you've grown from. I don't think you're letting just any old body into your energy anymore. Sagittarius, I think that the Four of Swords and the Knight of Wands tells me that you've got your boundaries up and that you are holding strong to those boundaries. And I think the Five of Cups in the reverse is, you know what, I'm not going to feel bad about it anymore. I'm forgiving myself. I'm not going to feel bad about those boundaries I slammed down anymore. It is what it is. It had to be what it is in order to make you move along. So I feel like the boundary that you had to put down is with someone that you have a lot of love for. I don't, whether it's romantic love or platonic love, I don't know. That's going to be up to you. It's your perception. But the Two of Cups is two people that love each other a lot. So for some of you, it's going to be a romantic love because the Knight of Wands and the Two of Cups gives me that energy. But for others of you, it might be a platonic friend. So we have the Four of Swords. So I feel like you've put the boundary down, on someone that you really adore, someone that you really love, that you have a lot of feelings for sure. Yeah. And you're trying to stop making yourself feel guilty. You're trying to forgive yourself because this is part of your growth, I think. Sagittarius, I think this is part of your growth, that you can't let people just wander in and out of your life as they want to. You're the one that has to put the boundaries down. Boundaries are for us. They are not for them. So I feel like you had to drop the boundaries on somebody here. Somebody you really enjoy being in the company of. Someone you see as the star. Yeah, for some of you, it's someone that you are incredibly attracted to. Incredibly attracted to. Like, I mean, there's a when you have an attraction for someone, but when the chemistry is in place, along with the attraction, it's magic. And that's what it feels like. It feels like this is that you had to put the boundaries down, because for some of you, there is somebody who's just coming in and out of your life whenever they feel like it. They're not giving you much stability, but when they're with you, they're like, they adore you, they love you, they love to be in your presence, you're beautiful, you're handsome. Like, they pay all of their attention to you for a short period of time, and then they're on their way again. And so for a very short time, you feel adored. And I think that's where you're putting the boundary down. It's not that you don't want to see them. It's that you just can't just pop up and rush into my life, and for passionate reasons, possibly for some of you, and then just you're out again. And I can't feel sorry about the way I feel about that anymore. We have the World card. I'm just going to give you guys a little bit more. There we go. All right. Yeah, I feel like you're ready to exit a situation here completely. Like, just, I feel like it's beyond the boundary at this point. I think you're ready to just be done with the situation. That's what it feels like here as you move closer into the week ahead. This week might be, you know, processing whatever we talked about last week, and I feel like it's from here moving forward. I think that you are going to do exactly what's here. You're going to forgive yourself. No more guilt for throwing down a boundary on someone who didn't respect it, right? You allowed them to come in and out for a while, I think, the Knight of Wands. But I think that you're like, no, I'm not going to feel bad about it anymore. You could be dealing with Aquarius. It could be dealing with a fixed sign. So Aquarius, including Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo. What do we got on the bottom here? We've got the High Priestess. The High Priestess and the Six of Wands. I think you know that this person, either you know it or you feel it. I think maybe you feel it. You could have Pisces in the chart, could have Taurus in the chart. I feel like I think there's a lesson here to be learned, is what I want to say, because the Hierophant's here with the High Priestess. And so there's a spiritual lesson here, is what I want to say to you. And those two cards come up. What comes up in the middle is the Six of Wands. And what we know about the Six of Wands is this is victory after the fight. So having gone through a really terrible time back there, this person wants victory. This person's also a tiny bit egoic, and everybody gives them attention. So what's the lesson here? The lesson is you can have the victory if you want it. Yep. Yeah, you can turn this all around and make a different decision and decide to move forward with it. But I want to say that if it is a romantic connection we're talking about, you don't trust this person. This person probably has other people in the DMs, or they get a lot of attention, and so your gut is telling you that this person is very popular with other people. Don't trust them. Yeah, look at the higher self. Go to the higher self and figure it out. Figure it out what's going on here. I think your intuition's going off, though. I think you already have the answer. You didn't really need to log in here. You know what I mean? I think you already know what I'm talking about here. Let's talk about it here. Sagittarius. Tell us more about Sag, please. Why are we putting boundaries down on the Two of Cups here? It's somebody that you really adore, really have love for. We have the Eight of Cups. Just checking to make sure my deck wasn't upside down. We have the Eight of Cups in the reverse. So I want to say that you're preparing for this person to come back again. I think that you are. You've decided that when you place the boundaries that they definitely are for you. And the Eight of Cups is in the reverse, which is my boomerang card. So what I want to say is there is some type of person who has a hold of your heart space, whether that is platonic or love. And this person, you've had to put boundaries down on them. But they are coming back again. They're going to try and leap your boundaries because they know that you adore them. They know that you have big feelings for them if it's romantic, or they know that you love them like a family member if it's platonic. Let's keep looking here. So you've had to put the boundaries down on this person that's going to be returning back into your life or trying to reappear in your life after a time here. What I want to say is when this person did walk away, I feel like they thought that they had a better deal somewhere else. That's what the Eight of Cups and the Knight of Wands is giving me. I'm going to go get a better deal somewhere else. Yeah, I'll be back. And they just thought you were just going to be waiting, right? Waiting for them to come back. Got the Knight of Swords, the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. This can be a person who's possibly really good with their words, highly intelligent, very intellectual. This person wouldn't be raising their voice. They would be someone who is very calm and very good with their words. So I want to say that the Knight of Wands is probably finessing you a little bit. Yeah, that's what I think it is. I think that this Knight of Wands is not only very attractive and knows that you have this crazy chemistry, but I think this person's really good with their words. They're used to getting what they want with their words because they're highly intelligent. Aquarius is here as well. They're highly intelligent and really good with their words. They know how to get back in. They know how to get back into your life. This person's really hopeful that you're going to take them back. And the Knight of Wands is here, yes, but so is the King of Swords. So this is a king, which is different than a knight. So it feels like someone has grown up intellectually or had a realization of something or wants to speak the truth or get the truth. But it's a realization, I believe, because I'm looking at the light on the end of that wand with the star. So it almost feels like this person's had an epiphany and wants to talk about it. And you feel like they're just coming back in like they always were, right? That they're coming in hot with the Knight of Wands. But this person, I feel, is coming in with something different this time, which is some sort of ability to finesse their words, or they always say the right thing. This person is hoping that you want to settle down. They see you as abundance. So whether or not it's a long-term relationship, I don't know. But this person sees you as everything. It feels like they have a really grounded respect for you, and they feel like you add something to their life. And I think they're hoping that you're going to let them back in. So for some of you, whether that's in a romantic sense or a platonic sense, this person has not given you any stability, and I don't see that changing in the week ahead. But I think that this person is going to try and enter your life. And yeah, there's the Tower and the Magician. So this person's going to try and for some of you, come back into your life, right? Because the Knight of Wands is here. I feel like... yeah, whether it's a friend or someone that you love romantically, I feel like you're about to get some sort of a surprise that is rumbling this week, and you'll probably end up getting the surprise at the beginning of next week. But we have the Tower here. The Tower and the Magician. Now, it feels like someone has manifested a tower, like said to the universe, I need to be free of this. I need to be free of this. And I think it's when you decide that you need to end this chapter, you go with the growth, even though you're afraid, because you know right here, it says here that I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Look, I think for some of you, you're living in the energy of loving yourself. Because whether this is romantic or platonic, this is somebody that you adore, that's coming back into your life, that never gave you any stability, but sees you as everything. They see you as very abundant. I feel as though you've already made up your mind. It feels like you've already made up your mind that you're no longer going to feel guilty about the situation, and you've decided you're going to close this chapter. I think that's what causes the Tower, is closing the chapter. And then it feels like maybe there is some manifestation coming in the meantime. There's the Ten of Cups. You're manifesting the Ten of Cups. It almost looks as if for some of you, when you make the decision that's best for your life and not best for their life, I believe this is your reward. I believe it's going to cause an upheaval, and here comes, it's going to look like terrible things are crashing down, but understand the Magician's here. So you've manifested it. You're clearing the ways for the Ten of Cups is what you're doing here. And I think that you close a chapter with this person, you hold your ground, because the World card is fixed signs. You're never passing the gate with Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, or Leo unless they give you permission. Like, you're never going to get past that gate. So I feel like you have no regrets about shutting this down, that you need to get on a different path. And I think that's what you decide at the end of next week. Yeah. And it might make some of you single. I'm just saying, but you knew that this was probably coming to an end anyway, and you knew it was very codependent. Yeah, the Devil's here. And the thing is the Six of Cups is here in the Lovers, so this person is probably your soulmate, but they're acting a fool, right? And you got to put down the best boundaries for you. Yeah, not for them. It's not about them. It's about you, hon. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you so much for watching, Sagittarius. I do appreciate. Oh, we need right. Charlie's like, what's the challenge for next week? Well, I think there's a big challenge here, but tell me, what's the challenge for next week for Sag? Sorry, Saggies. Working on it, finding a way to work on it or work around it. With the Nine of Cups in the upright here, it looks like there's going to be some sort of a big transformation in your happiness here. It's coming. It's right there. It's right on the bottom of the deck. So that's like, if not next week, the week after that. It's really very close. It's going to be in the month of July for some of you. All right, now I'm going to go. Thanks, Edgies. I'm going to go for now. See you guys soon. Bye-bye. All right, Leo, here we are. Thank you so much for holding space for me. Thanks so much for clicking here. I appreciate you. So if you have already touched the thumbs up, if you like this content, I appreciate you. And I just want to hear from you. What kind of Leo are you? What's your moon and your rising? My son is a Leo, and I have some Leo friends, but the only Leo energy I have is, I think it is, oh no. Yes, the Leo energy I have is Jupiter. That's what it is. Leo's in my abundance. Yeah, that's what it is. All right, Leo, here we go. Sun, moon, rising, Venus and Jupiter for you. Leo. Oh, I guess that would make it for me as well, right? All right, here we go. Leo. Why am I speaking so quietly, Leo? I don't understand why you're not giving me the crazy energy you usually give me. Why is that? Freedom. Oh, I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. You've come to a decision about something. There's something that you're seeing a little bit clearer in the week ahead that you haven't seen up till then, or maybe it's sort of been creeping up on you, this truth or this clarity that is coming to you. I think you want to talk about it. You need to free yourself by saying words. I think that's what all the blue is about there, the throat chakra. And the violet, right, is the third eye. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. You freed yourselves from something here. We've got empathy in the reverse. It says, I'm open to seeing both sides of a situation. Uh-oh. Leo, you're still not open to their side. You're not open to seeing it from any point of view but your own at this time. And it might be because of this freedom card. I'm just saying. It says here that you know that you now have the freedom to create your own happiness. But I feel that there is still a block for you. And it might be in the week ahead that the block is trying to see it with empathy. The situation, the relationship, the job, whatever it is that I'm talking about for you, whatever your perception is of what's going on here, I feel as though you're kind of still in the my way or the highway kind of mode. That's what it feels like, or someone else's. Yeah, take it as it resonates. What else do we have here for Leo, please? Sun, moon, rising, Venus and Jupiter. We have judgment. Look, it also came out in the reverse. We won't ignore that, right? It says, I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Okay, so there's the block right there, right? It's a little bit of judgment. And I'm just going to say that you're judging yourself. You're not judging people around you, but understand it's always going to pour out onto someone else as you judging them, because we all project on each other, always. So how you feel about yourself is how you treat the other people around you. And so I feel that you judge yourself. It says here, I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges, because you are judging yourself. It's almost like, I should be doing better by now. It should be fine. Like, what's going on? Why is my life going so slow? Why isn't my person here? Why can't I buy the house? You know, all the whys, right? This is it. It's like you're taking it on yourself and saying, well, I must be bad. I must be bad at it, or I must not be a great manifester, or, you know what I mean? You start judging yourself, and it puts you into this path of my way or the highway sort of energy. And it's all understand, because you're judging yourself. You're not judging others, but that does end up getting in the mix. I'm just saying, when you're feeling badly about yourself, you're going to treat others the same way as you would treat yourself. You don't know any other way. Got surrender. It's kind of beautiful. I can release my need to control. Wow. Okay. So, Leo, you're a fixed sign, my sweet, right? And it's up to you to hold it together, to start the party, to find the location, right? The person who's got everybody in line, because I got to go. Yeah. what I want to say here is that that somewhere, I think along the line here, somebody hurt you really badly and maybe made you feel badly about yourself, and you still, somewhere in your subconscious, you still believe those things. Because someone who always has to take control of the situation, or who can't let control go, is usually because they don't have any control of their own life. They try to control the people and things around them. So I think a surrender is in order here. It says, I can release my need to control. And so I feel that you are, in the week ahead, going to find some freedom and happiness, because I feel like you are going to surrender. I feel you are in a place where you are either waking up or just becoming more aware. And I think some of your awareness is about yourself, but understand that your first awareness is always going to be to judge yourself. And I think that's what you do, that you don't show empathy to the self. You don't say, you know what, maybe this day just sucked and I just need to have a great shower, a great meal, and go to bed. You know, maybe sometimes you'll hate on yourself if the day doesn't go as you thought it should. Yeah, I don't know why I'm taking a breath here. I can release my need to control, because then you won't judge yourself. You need to be kinder to you, Leo. We have worry. It says, I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome, doesn't change a damn thing. For sure not. Nope. Because it is what it is, and it's always going to be what it always was, but you're just going to worry all the way there, and it's just going to steal your sunshine. Yeah, don't let anybody steal your sunshine. You are the sun. All right, here we go. Let's talk about Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, please. Six of Swords. So it says here, I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. You've left something here. And this is the card of freedom. And this is, you know, we've learned lessons. We can now move on. I'm taking my swords with me. I need to go from the chaos to the calm. I need to spend some time within, spend some time on self. Now, I want to say that you're being hard on yourself for leaving some sort of situation behind. I think you're judging yourself, feeling like it was your fault. Just going to say, I've never seen a divorce or the end of a relationship that happened because one person did everything, you know? Everything wrong. Yeah. So we've got the Six of Swords, we've got the Eight of Wands, and the Nine of Wands. There's progress here, is what I want to say. And the progress that I see is the Eight of Wands, which is communication. So we'll just pull some more cards to see where that communication is coming from. Or is it something you're sending out? I think you're giving people the vibe that you're afraid. You're giving people the vibe that you've got something to hide, because it feels like you've... feels like you come from a really hard past, a past that has really hurt you a lot. But the Eight of Wands and the Six of Swords make me feel like you're communicating that to someone, perhaps, telling someone. What else do we have here for Leo? We have the Seven of Swords. I feel like you, Leo, were concealing some type of chaos here, that you didn't want people to know that there was something going on that was hurting you. You were hiding it. It was a mental struggle. You were hiding it. It was chaotic, and you just were trying to move on from it. But I feel like you do move on from it here, but you didn't tell anybody that it was happening, that it was chaotic, and the reason why you had to leave was because of the chaos. I think that you just needed freedom and happiness, and you found the power to do that. I think as you leave whatever was back there, whatever hurt you a lot, I feel like you want to communicate this situation, whatever's been going on here, that you want to communicate that to someone. And I think that you're feeling, I don't know, it feels like maybe that this judgment and empathy in the reverse tells me that maybe you've been sort of inward with yourself, not being very empathic, not being very kind to self, and judging yourself. And I feel like there's been a gap of time here. Communication in the Eight of Swords. It's like you want to communicate with someone, but you can't, because right now you're really within. Like you're trying to figure out what's going on. You know that trying to control everything and everyone around you is not the way to do it. It's just going to stress you out, right? We have the Nine of Swords and the Nine of Wands. Okay, so it feels like you want to drop some burdens here, like you want to end some cycles. I think you are ending some cycles. Yeah, because it says here, I can release my control, my need to control. So I feel like you really are in a thought pattern. You want to talk to someone about this. Now, when I see the Eight of Swords and the Eight of Wands, I'm thinking like you want to speak to someone, but you can't, or you have, something going on, like a mental block going on, like you keep thinking about it obsessively and you want to communicate or connect, but you can't because this is the energy that you're in right now. It's like you're feeling disconnected from everything. We have the Star in the reverse. We have the Eight of Pentacles. I think, Leo, you're losing hope this is going to work. The Eight of Pentacles is about putting in the hard work, and the Star is about hope. In the reverse, it feels hopeless to me, where it feels like I'm not sure I'm going to get my star. Yeah, the Fool is here telling me that there is a new chapter here, but the Queen of Cups is in the reverse, and it almost feels like there's a bit of emotional depletion here is what I want to say. Seven of Cups, and the Queen is in the reverse. The Queen of Cups is in the reverse, and for me, when the Queen of Cups is in the reverse, she's not checking with her gut. She's not connected to self or the universe. She's also feeling quite emotionally depleted. And the Seven of Cups is here also saying it's an overwhelming feeling. So what I feel like is happening here is, if this is you, Leo, I think that you're losing hope that there is going to be a connection here, but you feel hopeless sort of about it, because I feel like you're in this energy of being inward. I feel like you're emotionally exhausted. Yeah. That's what it feels like. You want to connect with someone, but you're thinking, look, maybe this isn't the right time. I'm just feeling like I'm tapped out in the emotional department, because I don't see any cups here to deal. No cups at all. Yeah, we're dealing in swords, swords, right? More swords, so we've got fire. Tell me about the Six and the Seven of Swords, please. I feel like you stop talking to someone, or there's silence, or you find out some lies, and maybe that was part of the chaos. Tell me what's going on with Leo, please. So we have the Page of Wands. It feels like it's someone who might be younger than you. It could be a child for some of you. For others of you, if this is romantically related, then I feel as though the chaos was that maybe you weren't very planned. Maybe you're the person who just takes things as they come. You have a lot of energy and you move from here to there quickly. Like, it feels like you're very flirty, you're very fun. You don't really take life all that seriously, and you're not very planned. What I want to say is, I think that is about to change. Yeah. And I think you want to tell someone that this behavior, this Knave behavior, or this Cups behavior, I feel is one of immaturity in this case, and I don't always read it as that, but it feels like somebody has decided that it was too chaotic to live in this kind of immature energy of trying to live life like you had no responsibilities. I feel like that was the chaos, and that's where you're getting the freedom. It says, I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. And so you've realized that this isn't the place you want to be, Leo, I think. This could also mean that, there's passionate messages coming to you as well. So possibly, people are always in your DMs. It could very well be. Who wouldn't be in the DMs of a Leo? Come on. Right? That it could be that as well. And I think that maybe you're shutting it down. Maybe it's just too much already. And you're just going silent on these people, because I think you're going inward and thinking, about yourself and what's going on with you, and why am I judging myself so much, and why am I so kind to other people but I can't be that kind to myself? It's a really huge one. It's a huge question. There you are, Leo. Yep, so it's you that is stuck in the head. Yeah, you're stuck in your mind, stuck with your thoughts. You're obsessively thinking about communicating with someone. You want to tell them about the situation. You want to be seen by this person, and I think you're going through a growth spurt. When I see the sun, for me, it's about family and children and all of that. It's the best, it's the brightest light in the deck, and it sheds clarity on everything. Also, I see the sun as a place of growth, because when the sun is shining, everything grows, right? Your nails, your hair, and the plants outside, right? Everything grows. Yeah, under the sun. So I feel like that you're sort of in an ascension spot is what I want to say, Leo. So if you've been, you might want to just, even if you don't believe the woo-woo stuff, I'm just saying, it can't hurt for you to Google what are ascension symptoms. It feels to me like you are going through some sort of an awareness phase in your life, but I feel like the breakthrough is here, the sun. Yeah, and the breakthrough is you, right? Sun is Leo. Yeah. I feel like you want to be seen by someone, and you're trying to find the right way to communicate. You're not really sure what to say, but you do know that there's cycles coming to an end here. You know that you're losing sleep over it, and it's just over and over in your head obsessively, right? You just can't get rid of it. I feel like I've lost something, or I feel like I'm behind the fear wall. I don't want to talk about it. I've been hurt too many times. We have justice. Yeah, not ever having justice here. I don't think that you've ever, I'm going to say, Leo, I don't think you've ever been loved correctly. I feel like you've not ever really had justice as it pertains to things of passion or being able to sleep properly. Or I feel like you are kind of stressed out, like just overloaded. Maybe not stressed out, but maybe feeling overloaded. Either with life, I don't see any pentacles. What is it? I have no justice because I'm not sure what to say. That's swords here, right? 9 swords. You're waiting for the right moment, but you want to do it before the door closes here. And I think we're seeing 9s because I think that you have fear that this cycle is coming to an end with this person, and you don't want it to. And you still haven't gotten justice here. Like, I don't think that you've spoken to this person. Feels like you've been silent with someone because you've got some big stuff going on in your life, and don't feel bad about that. We have the devil energy here. Yeah, so it's hard to close some cycles. You're up at night all the time, feeling like, I just get hurt over and over. I never get justice here. All I find are codependent people. But understand that's kind of, I think, the energy of you trying to control the situation instead of letting it flow and feeling their energy. And do you like to be with them? But I think that you're in this energy here, Leo, of everybody's going to take advantage of me. I'm tired of codependent people. I don't really want to have to deal with being worried or overthinking this stuff. Like, it feels like it's very confusing for you to make a decision here. Tell me what the challenge is in the week ahead, please. The 8 of Wands. So I think that you are going to communicate with someone. We've got the Page of Cups, we've got the King of Cups, and we've got the 3 of Swords in reverse. I feel like you no longer want to be, you no longer want to feel disappointed as it pertains to matters of the heart. We've got the Page of Swords here and the King of Cups. So I feel like either you're watching a Scorpio, Pisces, or a Cancer, or maybe you have that energy in your chart. It feels like it's disappointing that love hasn't shown itself in the King of Cups yet. The communication is, I have really deep feelings for you. I think you're communicating with someone next week. Yeah, because the Page of Swords is here holding up a sword. There's going to be communication. And it's going to be about things of the heart. And I feel like you don't want to be disappointed or you don't want to hurt someone. But you're losing hope and feeling guilty about leaving it the way it was. I feel like you have regret. Yeah, it feels like you have regret for not communicating with this person yet. I don't think that you know how, is what I want to say. You're not sure how to do it or what to say, but you do have big feelings to share. Yeah, you can't close this. Obsessively, it's at the 9 and you want it at the 10. You want to drop the burdens. You want to either close the gate or be done with it or whatever we're going to do, but I just need it to be done. And you just can't stop thinking about that in the week ahead. I think there is going to be some transformation. Something's going to end so something can begin. I feel like the transformation is the 2 of Cups. It's in the heart space, and I think there's going to be balance and love in the week ahead. All right, I'm going to go for now, Leo. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. If you would just so much as touch that thumbs up or leave me a comment before you leave, I would really love that. I just want your energy. Thanks so much. I'm going to go for now. Bye-bye.